Welcome to Gari Auto Care. I'm Team Wire. Today's topic is one of the fantastic one. Right now I have Volkswagen Passat. It's a diesel engine. This vehicle has a problem. The owner has said that there is a problem with the check engine on the dashboard. That's the first thing. When you drive for a long period of time, then it loses power, then high consumption. So today I'm going to show you how to diagnose this type of vehicle. First thing I have here a launch. It's one of the best machine. So I'm going to scan this vehicle so that we find out the main problem that has scanned this vehicle. Sometimes the diesel engine is somehow complicated, but we are going to try our best to make sure this vehicle runs perfect. And I told you from the previous video is that you don't need to have excuses. Work must be done. So I'm going to start with the check engine. Yes, okay, read code. So we have P1951 coolant fan 2 difficult of movement block, then fuel rail system pressure too low, then fuel rail system pressure too low with the red orange. It indicate this is the main problem. Then we have fuel rail system pressure too high. So there is fuel relay system too high and fuel rail system too low, and we have difficult of movement in block. So to deal with this kind of code, it is difficult to diagnose this type of code, but we need to service all the fuel system from the start to the end. Let's go and see. Let's go to the hood. This is the type of engine I've been talking about. So we are going to start with the filter, the primary pump, then the common rail switch. I'm using these containers to identify the main problem, if it is electrical or mechanical, and I'm doing this to identify the pressure. If there is low pressure on the common rail, it means that it is mechanical, and if there is high pressure on those common rail but the system is indicating that code, it means that the problem is electrical. So according to this vehicle, we don't have any return on the fuel nozzles. Each fuel nozzle 1 up to 4, meaning the problem is fuel on the common. There is low pressure on the fuel common rail. So that one means that we are going to do service on the fuel system. So we are going to start with the filter, then common rail, so that we identify the main problem, and we are going to change the pressure regulator switch so that we see if that's the main problem. To start with the filter. This code is very complex, and it can be the low pressure pump or high pressure pump. Before we roll anything, we need to check the filter. We need to go step by step. So according to this vehicle, the filter is okay, it's clean, meaning the problem is not the filter, but we are going to the next thing, is to check the pressure pump switch or high pressure pump switch to confirm the filter. If the filter is blocked, that one can cause that kind of behavior, because it also helps on turning the high pressure pump pressure. So after cleaning like that, we make sure everything is clean. Then let us return back. Because I have tested the high pressure pump itself, the pressure is enough. Next is the common rail. I'm going to remove that common rail. See, I'm going to remove that common rail to see if there is any blockage or the solenoid switch spring is blocked or pressure sensor is blocked. So I'm doing this because the pressure from high pressure pump is okay. So the problem is this one, we normally call it. Let me clean it first. So here, let me show you. This one is the fuel regulator switch that controls the return of the common rail pressure. So I'm going to remove this switch like this to see if there is any. Wow, it's rust. Look very careful. What about the pressure? The pressure is okay. No any dust particles on it. So I'm going to clean this common rail to remove that rust and to make sure we change the regulator switch because of rust. So I'm going to replace with this. This one is okay. Look at it. So before we do anything, I'm going to use this tool so that we make sure that there's not any blockage on that common rail like that. This is how we clean the common rail. Just why I told you this code is very complex, and to diagnose this code you need to handle it step by step. The first thing is to the primary pressure pump is okay, the filter is okay, the high pressure pump is okay. So here the culprit is the common rail, and in the common rail the main culprit is pressure sensor. The pressure sensor is okay because I have already indicated the value. So the main problem is the regulator sensor or the return switch, that one. So I'm going to replace this return switch. Look at these two return switches. We have different, lot of different. See, so this is the only switch that can lead to that code, because when the return switch is blocked, so more fuel is returning back to the tank. So the nozzle are not getting enough fuel. So you need to make sure all those things are tight to prevent the diesel leakage like that, because we have high pressure. Even the pressure sensor or switch, after doing that, we need to replace everything back like that. You need to be careful so that we prevent more damage. So after doing that, you need to make sure everything is intact. Number one rule, no mistake. So I've done everything. I think everything's intact. So I'm cleaning the diesel deposit. After doing that, I'm going back to the cabin so that we clear the fault code. Then we start. So we are done. Let me put ignition on. Then before that, we need to quick erase. So we are searching those codes. Okay, read codes. This is the codes. So what we are going to do, I'm going to quick erase. Okay, we have already erased, but I'm going back to clear code to make sure no any code on the system. So let me read again. Let me go back and read again. So there's no any code. So we can start the vehicle. Let's start and see. Half kick. No hard start. Acceleration is very smooth. So thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.